Bienvenidos! Welcome everybody! Today we're going to talk about the Spanish verb tenses, and this is going to be an overview. But first, let me explain that in Spanish there are three primary moods. They each serve a different purpose. The indicative mood is used to express facts, real events, and straightforward information. For example, voy al mercado. I'm going to the market. Or, ella come pizza. She eats pizza. They are both clear statements of reality. The subjunctive mood is used to express doubt, wishes, emotions, or hypothetical situations. For example, espero que vengas. I hope that you come. Or, si tuviera dinero, viajaría. If I had money, I would travel. These are scenarios that are not certain. Lastly, we have the imperative mood. It is used to give commands or requests. For example, habla más despacio. Speak more slowly. Or, dame el libro. Give me the book. They direct someone to take specific actions. Each mood helps convey the speaker's attitude towards the action or situation being discussed. Today we're going to talk about the indicative and the subjunctive moods, since those are the ones that have simple and compound tenses. I'm going to use charts so that you can easily see the differences. And by the way, I have a handy guide with this explanation and much more about Spanish verbs. I'll leave you the link in the description for you to check it out. We'll start with the indicative mood. The simple tenses are presente, present, pretérito, which is the preterit, is one of the past tenses, imperfecto, the imperfect, the second past tense, futuro, future, condicional, conditional. Let's take a look at some examples with the verb to eat, comer. In present, yo como una ensalada. I eat a salad. Yo como. And it's not necessary to use the pronoun. I'm just going to leave it there. For the preterit, pretérito, yo comí una ensalada ayer. I ate a salad yesterday. Yo comí. It's done. There's nothing else to it. For the imperfect, yo comía. Yo comía una ensalada cuando llamaste. In that sense, it means I was eating a salad when you called. We could also say something like, cuando era joven, when I was younger, yo comía ensaladas todos los días. I used to eat salads every day. And in that sense, it means used to. For the future, futuro, yo comeré. Yo comeré una ensalada mañana. I will eat a salad tomorrow. Very straightforward. And then for the conditional, yo comería. Yo comería ensaladas todos los días para estar delgada. I would eat a salad every day to be skinny. These are called simple tenses. They're very straightforward. I know that the preterit and the imperfect are a little confusing, and you just have to practice on how to use those. So in the simple tenses, we conjugate the main verb to the corresponding tense, right? For the compound tenses, we're going to use haber, which means to have, the helping verb. And that one is the one that gets conjugated to the correct tense and person. It is not the main verb. So the perfect tenses are formed by combining the helping verb haber, to have, with the past participle of the main verb. In this case is comido, eaten. For the indicative mood, we have four main compound tenses. There's a fifth one, but it's very rarely used. We have presente perfecto, present perfect, pluscuamperfecto, past perfect, and sorry about the long name, futuro perfecto, future perfect, condicional perfecto, conditional perfect. So the one that we don't use from the simple tenses is the preterit perfect because it's rarely used in spoken Spanish. In present perfect, we have yo he comido, I have eaten. Yo he comido una ensalada, I have eaten a salad. In past perfect, yo había comido, I had eaten. Yo había comido una ensalada cuando llegó. I had eaten a salad when he arrived. In future perfect, yo habré comido. I will have eaten. Yo habré comido una ensalada todos los días. I will have eaten a salad every day. And for the conditional perfect, yo habría comido. I would have eaten. Yo habría comido una ensalada para estar más saludable. I would have eaten a salad to be healthier. And this is it. These are the verb tenses for the indicative mood. Let's move on to the subjunctive mood. For simple tenses, we have presente, present. We have two imperfect, or the past, tenses. They're both called imperfecto. And futuro, future. So with the subjunctive mood, we usually start out the sentence with the wish, the desire, the thought, the hope. So in this case, we're going to use espero que, I hope. Espero que comas, I hope you eat. Espero que comas una ensalada. I hope you eat a salad. For the imperfect, the differences between both is that one is comieras, which is the most common, and then comieses, which is less common, but you can still see it in written Spanish. Espero que comieras or espero que comieses una ensalada. I hope you ate a salad. And for future, espero que comieres. Espero que comieres. I hope you'll eat. Espero que comieres una ensalada mañana. I hope you'll eat a salad tomorrow. So as you can see, comer is conjugated differently based on the person and based on the tense. So these are the simple tenses, very similar to the indicative simple tenses. We conjugate the verb to the person and to the correct tense that we're trying to talk about. For the compound tenses, there are actually three: present perfect, presente perfecto, and past perfect, the pluscuamperfecto, which there are two of as well, similar to the simple tenses. In present perfect, we could say something like espero que haya comido. Espero que haya comido. I hope he or she has eaten. In past perfect, espero que hubiera comido. Or espero que hubiese comido. I hope he or she had eaten. They both mean the same thing. And again, hubiera is more common than hubiese, but you can still see both in written text. So for the compound tenses, we're going to conjugate haber, as we see on the screen. And comido is the past participle, eaten. So here's the written view on how to form the perfect tenses, both for the indicative and for the subjunctive moods. For the compound tenses, you have to know how to conjugate haber. And if you like, you can pause the screen now and I'll show you how it's conjugated. So what happens to the progressive or the continuous tenses in Spanish? They're actually not considered a tense at all, but we still use them just like we do in English. In Spanish, the progressive tenses are formed by combining the verb estar, which is one of the meanings of to be, with the gerund of the main verb. It is technically not a tense, but rather a verbal periphrasis. So for the progressive tenses, you're going to need to know how to conjugate the verb estar. And here's a chart on how to build these sentences, as well as the conjugation tables for estar. I already have a lot of videos on my channel conjugating verbs, and I'll leave you with one of them. Muchas gracias.